the Truman Sports Complex here in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What do I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Throwing now is Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 43. So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 43. Fournette running out of the gun. Calais Campbell on the stop.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Nice job by Juan Thornhill there to get a hand in and break up the play. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Lets it go for into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Let's go.
Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
He's coming. Alrighty. Double up. Alrighty.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Leonard Fournette. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Check wide left. Quick dance. Hey, black. Box it.
Rodgers now on first down. Flush to his right. And incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
88. Hey, wahoo! I'm coming for you. Here we go. Mike 40. 26. Check Mike 40. Watch the
Rodgers now going to throw again. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point that continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On second down, here's Fournette. Fournette fighting through, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Leonard Fournette hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping.
Now off the bootleg, Darnold. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Rashawn Gary able to record his 5th sack of the season.
16 yards on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
On 4th down is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Back deep, J.J. Nelson. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taken in at the 22. Can't ask for much more than that. A 50-yard punt followed by a loss on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Back one. Hey, 40's Mike right there. 40's Mike. Go. I'm coming after you.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So the penalty now moves it up. It's 2nd and 10.
17 got it. Check him out. He's going to sit right over the middle. Watch the middle. Single. Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no. Switch the mic right here. We go, Mike. 50. Hey, you block over here. Let's go. Here we go.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Hey, box truck. Hey, Mike 40.
Now Rodgers. And able to find Graham, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the 1st down as well. Rodgers now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a 1st down. To throw, it's Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Emmanuel Ogbah just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Rodgers on the money to the tight end, Graham. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the 1st as well.
319. Swing, double. Stick down. Check
Rodgers now on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Inside. Squeeze. Not today, you are. Not today. Hey, team six. Team six. Run.
On third and long, it's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. It's caught inside the 25. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Now, that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers throwing again. And his throw is incomplete. The running back, Leonard Fournette, his intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. It's caught. Nelson. 14 yards. Good for a Packer first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I know that halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Here we go.
Fournette. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Green 18. Watch the run. Watch the run.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Kill. 26. Hey, Charlie. Boxing.
Now it's Rodgers. It's Williams on the catch. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Rodgers now at 200 yards already in this first half, and he's not done yet. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. It's complete to Williams. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Back north. Push him back.
Throwing is Rodgers. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8.
Hey, watch the slant. Hey, zoom.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Leonard Fournette as the first half is winding down. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
I got it. Strong right.
faking the give. Darnold. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And that takes us from second to third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Lady, 51, Mike. Mike 51. Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Hey, Mike 7.
A final shot before the break. Darnold is caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the second. And look at this. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Check. Lucky. Check 26. Lady. Shoot. Lady. Kill. Lady. Turn it up. Watch Whip. Watch the whip.
On the ground, this is Williams. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Williams. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, with Damian Williams, it's notable that the Chiefs didn't make a play to go after a big-time running back in the offseason. The coaching staff said back in May they didn't want running back by committee. They trusted Williams to be their starter. You remember last year he was forced into the starting role the final 3 games of the season due to attrition, and he really excelled. And then he was excellent in the playoffs against the Colts and Patriots. Strong indicator that he was ready to be the bell cow. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. They'll wind up losing 7 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Go, Mike. Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, ready? Get your swarm on. Check 27.
Here's Darnold. They complete it to Hill. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Let's go now.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Safarian Jenkins has it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Darnold. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And now off to the races, down the right side. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 26. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Hey, we are going.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
At the 4-yard line.
Fournette running right. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Leonard Fournette with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Crosby with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back. Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. What the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Check 52. Red 80. Red 80.
Hey, Alpha.
Alert 80. Alert 3. Check 4. Check 4. The lady. Back.
Now on 2nd and 13. Darnold. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Calais Campbell bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. We're back now in KC. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And that's complete to Adams. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 28 yards the game there on the catch and run. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Go. Check safety.
Inside.
Fournette, a first down carry. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
You got nothing.
Hey, orbit.
Street the mic.
Jump out.
Check. No.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Rodgers. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First down, Green Bay.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 35-yard line.
Smith.
Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no. Switch the mic right here. We go Mike 40.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield. And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
4 down. Check. 4 down.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Check. You.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Red 80. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. I'm here all day.
Bravo.
All day. Fofo's the mic. Mike's Fofo.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
After the sack on 1st down, Darnold. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now it's Darnold. And Robinson with a big catch. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive because you know they want to pit. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. He's got daylight. 20, 10, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Darnold now to throw. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. KC last year on 4th down, 12 of 15, 3rd best in the league, and they're going again. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. He's going to let it fly. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
319.
Drop deep, drop deep.
Go to 50. Hey, Delta.
Check Mike 40. Check Mike 40. He's tired of me. He's tired of us. Mike 40, Mike 40. Check, check. He's coming. He's coming. I'm here all day.
Rodgers looking to throw. And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but he's out of bounds. And a good thing, too, probably. That would have cost him yardage. And now they'll get the ball back on the turnover on downs. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Inside.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he'll be out of bounds.
Let's go.
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Green Bay, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.